Oh, Carl, it's a new round, buddy.
Yes, it is.
I'm very excited for it. Let's get this game
I hate
going.
When you're excited.
Let's get this game going.
Fuck.
Attention parents, what you're about to see is not suitable for kids. Shoot, it's not even suitable for some grown-ups. You might want to walk away now if you ain't into these type of things.
I'm going to give the people what they want. Sensation, horror, shock.
I'm gonna deliver the goods because I'm alive and I'm not backing down.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Wildcard, bitches! Yeah!
Disgusting, vomit-inducing thing.
Hola, creepos. Welcome to another edition of your favorite true crime podcast, the show about creeps by creeps for you creeps. I'm your host.
The Tower of Power, too sweet to be sour.
The people's champion.
And let me just give a big shout out to all my true believers out there.
Excelsior.
True believers.
And joining me as always, it wouldn't be a creep off if there wasn't a creep. It's Hot Carla.
What is happening, Vinny Paulino? How you been, buddy?
Pal, I'm excited for this episode.
Hey, can I ask a question before we start?
Yeah, please.
What happened to Tucker's recaps?
He hasn't sent me one.
Tucker, we need these recaps. People understand the game that we're playing here.
I think he wants me to like contact him and be like, "Hey man, where are the recaps?" And
I thought you were going to say he's holding out for more money.
I mean, that probably too.
Are we in contract negotiations with Tucker Dixon and his people? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Guys, this is the True Crime Podcast where everything is a contest.
That's right.
And I had to spin the wheel last week. I have to go to church now.
That'll be fun for you.
Actually, you know, I was talking to my friends about this consequence, and one of my friends wants to come with me, so she was very excited about it.
Nope.
Yep.
Nothing you could. You're not allowed to do
Yep.
unless that person is filming you.
Well, yeah, I'll have her film me, sure.
Okay. See, what I was thinking you should do is go to one of these places and put wear a shirt with a pocket and put your phone in there and like just keep it on record.
Oh, weird.
And as it goes on, just like lean and go, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, that would be
here?
very creepy if I did that.
That would be very funny though.
No, I am going to wear a pin that says "Ask me about my podcast," though, for sure.
Can we get you one of those podcaster hats like that one guy wears?
He's got the media hat on.
Media, I'm here to film this.
So anyway, each week we bring a creep, and the people vote on who they thought brought the bigger creep, and they do that over on our subreddit.
That's correct.
Our website is gone.
Yeah.
So people are having a hard time finding our phone number. I have a lot of voicemails for us this week.
It's right there on the screen. 585-371-8108, by the way, in case you're wondering.
So what we like to start off is by looking at how the voting went from the previous week and awarding a point sometimes to a guy who doesn't deserve it. Let's see what it is this time.
Not this week.
Vinny has 79 votes to my 45. Is that what that says?
That is what that says.
Please.
Are you really going to deny me my sweet victory, baby? Carl, I haven't lost in I don't know how many weeks. I have been bashing your brains in this game. People are going to start thinking I'm the creep.
Oh, sorry. I hit something over here. Made some noise.
People are going to start thinking I'm the creep, how bad I've beaten you these days.
Seriously. It's out of control right now. I got to do something about this.
Yeah, maybe a little effort.
Well, maybe. We'll see.
Give it a shot.
Hey, I want to thank Nick H. for coming in on Super Chat Monday, which is a national holiday here in the States. $5 asked if we're going to a black church. Maybe. Those are the most fun ones.
Well, you got to go to the non-denominational Protestant church because that's a really fun mix.
Oh, yeah?
That's like a black church, but with the white people who think that they're black, and they try to dance and stuff. It's really a lot of fun.
There's a gay church by my house, and by that I mean they always have the
Catholic
rainbow flag. They seem to be very LGBTQ plus friendly. Yeah. At this one church.
No, I get to pick the church, though. It's the Father's house is where you're going.
Sounds good.
You're going to the Father's house, son.
Sounds good.
All right. Now, Carl, I am in the lead, and that means we are starting a new round. This is the first week of the new round, even though I have 1 point. And that means wild card. It can be anything. Be anybody.
That's correct. And because you won this past week, you get to go first, and I'll get us started by ringing the bell.
Please.
It's go time.
Carl, I would like to introduce you to my crate. This is her.
All right.
Her name is Nikira.
Those titties ain't creeps.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to help you. This is the welcome video on her YouTube channel. You're going to enjoy this, Carl. You do Who Are These Socials?
I do.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I just really want to take this time out and thank all my new subscribers, all 114 of you guys. I just started my YouTube channel 2 days ago, so it really surprises me how much of you are already here and waiting for, me.
Yeah, I think I know what her subscribers are doing.
Jacking it, jack. Spanking it, jacking it, spanking it, smack.
It would be a hard thing to do because all she does on her thing is talk about purses, wigs, and expensive makeup and clothes.
Okay. All right. Well, you win, buddy. That is the biggest creep on the internet. Very good job.
Thank you.
Can I
everybody.
go now or?
No.
Oh.
I need to tell you guys a story.
All right.
About what happened to her in 2019. On the evening of February 8th around 6:30 p.m., Carl, Nikira is 24 years old at the time. She's the mother of two. She has a 23-month-old son, Daniel Jr.,
Okay.
and then she has an infant son. She has Daniel in a stroller, and she has her infant son in like a papoose around her chest.
Not a lot of room around that chest, but okay.
But it's a comfy ride.
Yeah.
It's like riding in an old Lincoln, man. It's like sitting on the couch.
I'll be taking the motorboat, please.
So she claims that around 6:30 she was walking to a Walgreens to buy Pedialyte for her son.
Sure.
Someone jumped out of the bushes, knocked her to the ground. She claims that she fell on top of her infant as the attacker kicked her in the head and in the right side. And when she looked up, the stroller and her son Daniel were gone.
That's not good.
Now, she put in a bunch of frantic 911 calls, Carl, and I have the audio of them here. I want you to listen to how panicked she is.
All right. Do you know where you're at right now? Can you describe what you see around you?
I was running.
Who are you running from?
Someone pushed me right here.
All right. Where are you right now? What do you see around you? Do you see a house number?
I'm in bushes.
You're in where?
I'm in the bushes.
The bushes of where? Are you on Giles Street? Do you know? Need an ambulance?
I went right with my side hurts.
Were you jumped?
I think you put me on the ground.
All right. Okay. Your baby's injured as well?
I fell on top of him.
You fell on top of him? How old is he?
I'm holding.
Do you see the police?
Yes.
Okay. So I know that sounded a lot, but I want you to understand how hysterical this woman sounded.
Well, I have audio of that 911 operator
Yeah,
right after
please.
he hung up the phone with her.
Please.
Oh, bitch.
Now,
I can tell he was getting annoyed. He's like, all right, ma'am, can you spit it out? What's going on?
yeah. And we're going to go back to this 911 call in a minute. But a response team began a search aided by the city and state police. Prosecutors, bloodhounds from New Jersey State Park showed up, all looking for this kid. Around the corner from where this happened, they found a stroller containing a pair of red sneakers, and that was it. They found the kid's stroller. Now, they bring her to the police station. They feel like they're hot on the trail of this kidnapper. They're trying to get testimony out of her. She is not requiring any medical attention for someone who claims to have been thrown down, kicked in the face, in the head, and in the side. She's like, no, I'm good. Find my baby. Find my baby. Where's my baby? So it turns out the area where this happened, there's lots of security footage for the city because this is in New Jersey, by the way.
Okay.
Lots of cameras. So they pull out the camera footage, and how do I put this?
Uh-oh.
Nothing like this happened.
She was lying?
They saw the woman walk from down the street to the area where the cops found her, calmly, peacefully with the baby, then make a 911 call, and then the cops show up, and she's completely frantic and hysterical. And That combined with the fact that she's still wearing her $5,000 ring, the fact that she still had all of her cash and nothing else was taken, the police were very suspicious of what was happening here, Carl.
You're saying that you'd rather have a $5,000 ring than a 2-year-old? I can understand that.
Sure.
I agree.
Sure. You got to defend your own.
Yeah.
Now, they brought in the old lie detector, Carl.
Okay.
And they have a very...
Well, if they have video evidence, what do they need? Anyway, God.
Well, because they just were trying to make her, I guess, try to sweat it out of her.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't changing her story. She was just arguing, telling him the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So they bring in the lie detector.
Was she on that show Empire? I think I heard about this story. I think I know about this.
This is a different one. This is a
different
different one.
Okay.
Yeah. So they actually have an amazing new lie detector where you can listen to the audio from the machine, directly from the machine during the test. Would you like to hear what it said?
Yes.
This is the audio of the lie detector.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You know something that you're not telling us, you slimy scumbag liar. Liar! Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar! You know goddamn well what happened to your kid, so stop acting like victims and confess, you murdering murderers! Confess! Liar! Confess!
Yeah, so the police didn't believe her story, is what I'm trying to tell you guys. That's when her story started to change.
Hold on a second. I gotta read Cam Critical's $1.99 super chat.
Please.
Wow, a lying woman. What a creep. Congrats, Carl.
Ah.
Agreed, buddy. Thank you for that.
So her story starts to change to, this one's even better. This is the dumbest, panicky story I've ever heard of someone trying to defend themselves for a crime.
Okay.
The boy accidentally fell down a flight of stairs in the house. I put the child in a stroller, and I took him out, and I left him there in the stroller so that someone else could get him help.
That, even if that were true, that would be a horrible thing to do. That's not a good lie.
Yeah.
No, I was busy robbing a bank. That's why I wasn't there with my kid.
No. See, I was neglecting the kid. Then I decided to ultimately neglect them.
Right.
And leave them outside in February in New Jersey.
Officer, you see, I was trying to score meth. All right? That's what I was doing.
No, she's married, by the way. She's married to a tall, skinny white dude.
Okay.
And apparently he spoiled her a lot. Like all these bags and shit that she got, it was this dude's cash.
Okay.
So at this point, the husband's in another room, and they do not believe her story. The husband doesn't know what's going on. The cops go to the house. And it's not a good sign when you get to the house, and all the windows are open, and there are fans blowing as to blow out a stink.
Sure.
What was the stink? It smelled like something terrible was burning. The cops are looking around the house. They don't see anything in the house. They go out into the backyard, and what do they find? Next to the shed, black garbage bags filled with baby limbs that had been someone had dumped something on and tried to set on fire. Then they were like, oh, there's got to be more to this baby. Anyway, they start looking around the shed, and there's a really expensive...
You know what they say? Where there's baby limbs, there's babies.
Eureka! So they look around, and they see this hot pink bag, this very nice bag shoved haphazardly underneath the shed. Like, underneath, like, dirt had been pulled out, and they tried to, like, bury it underneath there poorly.
Okay.
And they open it up, and, hey, guess who won the pony? Little Daniel Jr., the rest of him was in that bag. So they show the bag to the husband, and he's like, oh, Jesus Christ, I bought that bag for my wife.
Right.
She probably did a YouTube review on this fucking bag she put her fucking kid on. So they take her, they arrest her. It's 3 a.m., and she finally confesses to what happened, and it turns out that little Daniel Jr. didn't want to eat his food.
Oh, yeah. That's not good.
So she beat the shit out of the kid.
Good.
And while she was beating him, he ended up falling down the stairs.
Yep.
And she didn't want to get in trouble for beating him and him falling down the stairs. So what she decided to do was just straight up murder the kid and then chop off his limbs, try to set them on fire, did a piss poor job of it, made the whole house stink,
right.
Threw him in a garbage bag, threw the rest of them, I guess she was out of garbage bags, into a purse, and stuffed him under the shed, and then went and started this whole elaborate fucking ruse.
Yeah, I don't think it was smart to then go where there's lots of security cameras and make up something that happened to you.
Oh, my baby! Oh,
Yeah.
my baby! And then do you think back to that 911 call? How fucking crazy she sounded?
Yeah.
Fucking acting, dude. That's a psycho. This is a fucking unquestionably a creep. Now, here's some fun things that I really enjoyed. I was looking on her YouTube channel, and the video that I showed you the beginning of it.
Yeah.
One lady posted something underneath it, and I was like, oh, I think she knows her. And she made a comment. She said, so my question is, nobody in her husband's family noticed her manipulative ways? I can see it in her videos, and I've never even met the murderer. She used what she had to get what she wanted and never wanted that white man or his kids. She only wanted the handbags he bought for her. The selfie she was taking showing her body all over social media was a slap to the face of her husband, and maybe one day he'll realize it. Well, I think maybe he realized it the day that his child, his namesake, was chopped up and shoved under the shed.
Right.
His mother, the husband's mother in court said, you had no thought of how your actions would destroy our entire world. You're a monster. My only hope is that you live the rest of your life behind bars and suffer with the thought of what you did. Think to the life you will no longer have. No pretty hair, no nails, no constantly spending money on foolish things. Nothing. Michael Kors and Chanel will not help you in prison.
See, I personally hope that she continues to grow her YouTube page. That's amazing that she had 114 people. Chad Zumach numbers over there. Pretty impressive.
Yeah. She really is a lunatic, dude.
Oh, yeah?
This is a real crazy person. So, good news, everybody. February 21st, 2023. Sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Very good.
Fuck you, Nakira. That's
All
my
right.
creep this week, Carl.
Very good, sir. My creep is over in Italy. And I want to tell you a tale from the year 2013.
Yeah, Alex, you son of a bitch.
Lino Renzi, 45 years old, lived with his 90-year-old mother, Maria Pia Gerglia.
Yeah. Would you want to live with whatever that is?
In southern Italy, when police and firefighters were called to their apartment because a neighbor smelled gas. There was a stench coming from the apartment.
It's a big dinner.
The neighbors decided to call the authorities. Upon entering the apartment, the authorities found most of the mother's mutilated body in the bathroom, but her foot was in the freezer. Various pieces of her body were cooking on the stove, and some of her entrails were found on a plate in the kitchen. Renzi, meanwhile, was discovered laying naked on his bed, and he didn't say a word as they took him into custody. See,
she fell down!
Lino Renzi had just the previous month been released from a psychiatric care institution, and he was put back into care with his mother. Well, they got into an argument. So Lino decided to brutally beat her to death. She had blunt force trauma all on her head and her body, and then he used a butcher knife and a saw to cut his mother into pieces so that he could then cook them. So after putting some of the remains in the freezer, he tried to broil other parts in a pot on the stove, and her entrails were found on a plate having been cooked on a grill. So he was really preparing a nice meal for himself with his mom 3 days after he'd killed her. And the stench was a little bit rough. So
like, if you're gonna eat people,
yeah,
right?
You're not your mom. Don't
You
eat
don't. Number one, not your mom.
Yeah.
Number two, like, if you look at the animal that you're gonna eat, like if you go to if they say to you, hey, pick out a lobster,
yeah,
nobody's picking the 90-year-old shitty ass
correct.
lobster.
Right. Yes.
If you're gonna eat somebody, you know,
That's not where I would start. A 7-year-old lady, that's not where I would start.
I'd start at Taylor Swift.
Correct.
I would eat Taylor Swift.
All right, can you say that on the internet? I don't know if you should. God forbid Taylor Swift gets 8, because you're going to be suspect number 1, my friend.
Taylor Swift was bitten in half today by a fat podcaster.
No one knows how the podcaster was able to catch up to her.
He also claimed to be a comedian, even though there is no proof.
Oh. There's very little evidence. So I like that you said something about our buddy Alex. So wait, he's giving you these creeps first, and then if you don't want him, I get them? Is that how this works?
Apparently.
That's fucked up.
Well, I think I had already picked my creep. Because this was, my creep was actually someone that I thought about for the Scum Parade. And I was like, no, this is fucked. And when I saw her YouTube videos about how happy and confident she was about her nails and her wigs, and then fucking chopped up her baby so she wouldn't get in trouble. Ugh.
She didn't try to eat it though, right? She didn't.
No, she might have. I think she did.
I don't think she did.
She did. What's worse, the mother eating the child or the child eating the
I
mother?
think you're making shit up
You
now.
decide on Reddit this week, everybody.
You're making shit up now. Vinny, we have presented our creeps. People should go vote for who they thought brought the bigger creep. You know what that means? It's time for
Creepos.
Who are these creepos? The segment we do on the Creep Off. The reason why we do this segment is because we need to prove that we are the best true crime podcast out there. And the way that we do that, Vinny?
By kicking all the other podcasts in the dick one at a time.
One by one, we
Line
go
'em up.
on with our very petty critiques of their shows to prove that our show is better. And I discovered a show that I did not know about. It's called Martinis and Murder.
I guess that's a nice new take on wine and crime.
Yeah, it's a little classier than Wine and Crime. And, well, they explain the way that you might enjoy their show if you were to listen to it.
Pour yourself a glass of something while you're listening to the show, as long as you're 21, of course, and drinking responsibly. Please don't be operating a vehicle or heavy machinery. Hopefully you're not doing that.
All right, so you got to drink a lot in order to enjoy their show, which makes sense.
Never a selling point.
This is a show hosted by Darren Karp and John Thrasher with Matt the bartender. They got their bartender there, too. I guess Darren Karp, so this was presented by the Oxygen Network. Darren Karp is Andy Cohen's assistant, and she's also a lesbian. And, well, I don't know if the guy's gay or not. You tell me what you think when you hear this intro.
Oh, no.
John. Ooh, okay. Nice.
Now, we don't need, the lawyers being upset with us for singing. This was an original song that Darren and I just came up with.
Would we call what I was doing singing? Would we call that singing?
No.
Okay.
No, it's never singing, sweetheart. We love you.
So I feel like we're good on that.
Vinny, why don't we sing each other's names when we start the show?
Because your name sucks.
Yes, and it's awkward and it's awful.
And we do sing my name at the beginning of the show. Remember you sang it? Vinny Paulino!
All right, well, way to shit on my points.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate that.
That's what I'm here for.
So when the hosts start off by singing each other's names, I get the sense that maybe the male on the show was not heterosexual, but I wasn't sure.
He's hanging around drinking martinis, talking about true crime with women?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing probably not.
Well, I still wasn't sure. And then he started talking about his birthday weekend, and he brings this up.
Thank you to everyone, including you, Matt and Megan, all of whom wish me a happy birthday. And, I just kind of laid low. I really didn't do anything. I've been cat sitting, Darren, which I know is a big deal for you.
Let's pause. Let's pause on
Let's pause.
this.
Too much information.
No, not enough information because the fans really need to know.
See, this is what I've discovered about true crime podcasts. Most of these podcasters just want to talk about themselves. True crime is just an excuse to talk about themselves. This entire episode, Vinny, zero true crime. All they do is talk about their personal lives to each other. Have I ever once asked you how your weekend was on this show, Vinny?
Not even off air. You're
Not
not a
even
very
off air.
nice friend.
Yeah, I know. Who gives a shit? This whole thing where they're like, what did you do this weekend? Who fucking cares?
I listened to when you talk. I remember the other day you were telling me how you stayed at home and had such a great day watching Indiana Jones and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I was happy for you that
thanks,
you had
buddy.
such a nice day.
Thanks. You know what I watched?
But here we are.
You know what I watched this past weekend was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. My wife had never seen it.
Oh. Wow, this show's great, isn't it, everybody?
All right.
Hold on. Carl.
See, nobody cares. This is what I'm
Nobody
saying.
cares.
Nobody cares about this shit.
And by the way, can I also just throw, this guy doesn't strike me as a pussy sitter.
Oh, well, she gets very excited that he's cat sitting.
And then this bitch tells me that he's cat sitting
Yeah,
in
I am.
New Jersey.
How did she make cat sitting 4 syllables? I'm not even sure how that's possible, but
I don't know how she got that extra chromosome either,
yeah.
but
Now, I know what you're thinking right now, Vinny, because you've been on this show with me for a while.
Yep.
We talk about a lot of different true crime shows.
Certainly.
And the thing that you're wondering right now is, can we know more about this cat? Like, what's the name of this cat? What's the cat's deal?
And what song did he put the cat's name into that he sang to the cat every time he called it?
Don't worry, buddy. I got you covered.
The cat's name is Mittens, and it's because it's it's like a tabby, I think, a gray tabby, but it has white mittens on each of its paws. Like,
Of
it's
course
so
it
cute.
does. Of course it does.
I know. I'll send you a picture.
This is not a show. What's happening right here, what I'm playing for you right now, Vinny, is not a show. Describing a cat that your friends have, not a show. I'm just going to point that out.
Hey, everybody, call in. Tell us about your friend's cat. Murders and martinis.
So the thing that they're really excited about in this episode is this person, Jojo Siwa. Do you know who that is?
I do know who that is.
Okay. Apparently, because this is a couple of years old, Jojo came out, but not really, but kind of. And they're very excited about this.
One of the things we can't go through this episode without mentioning is the Jojo Siwa news.
I mean, I've
Welcome
never
to
been...
the family.
Welcome to the family, although... You know, she didn't confirm a label, so
Right.
I don't want to say that she's a
That's
lesbian.
true.
I don't even want to say that she's gay, but she's definitely part of the LGBTQ plus
That's
community.
a good way to put it.
That's a good way to put it. She's definitely part of the LGBTQ community. Isn't that pretty much everyone at this point, Vinny? I think you and I aren't allowed, but everyone else is in the club,
Yeah,
right?
like everybody over there there's a big sign on their clubhouse that says no Carl or Vinny.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how that goes.
Aw.
So they're all excited about this announcement.
They're all having fun without us.
That wasn't even an announcement, apparently, because what kind of coming out is this?
But she was like, you know, I'm in the happiest place I've ever been right now. If I end up with a man, great. If I end up with a woman, great. She's like, I just think
did
human
she say that?
She did say that. And she was like, I just think human beings are absolutely incredible, and I love human beings. And you know what? God
Good for her.
bless, because that's how it
Yeah.
should be. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yes, that's amazing.
You know who else says they love all human beings? Yay. It's not a good thing. You're supposed to have some judgment.
I love Hitler. I love
yeah,
the
you're supposed
Nazis.
to dislike certain types
Dr.
of people.
Mengele. I love everybody.
So
Kanye, shut the fuck up.
I don't know why this is getting applauded. I don't understand what the deal is. Is this girl was like a TikToker, or she has some type of fame and notoriety from social media?
Carl, JoJo Siwa was a Nickelodeon star, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I believe she was a Nickelodeon star. I think she kind of looks like me.
Yeah. Yeah, I did see a photo.
Yeah, she kind of looks like me, and she looks happy. I guess. I don't know.
She's like, I like everyone because nobody likes me. So if anyone's willing to suck on my pussy, I'll take it. Guy, girl, goat, whatever.
The name of this episode, Beggars Can't Be Choosers.
Yes, exactly.
I just don't understand how, like, her going, oh, I find all humans to be amazing, to be, like, that controversial of a statement.
It's not controversial. It's not anything that should be applauded, or people shouldn't be impressed by this. By the way, Purple Monkey Dishwasher, thank you for the $10. We should start a beer fund for Carl's trip to Gary. This will buy you a couple of Coors. Cheers.
Well,
Thanks, Purple.
Thanks, Purple.
Appreciate that, buddy. So now what's the guy's name here? John Thrasher is going to talk about how, because he's a gay man, but he's going to talk about how sexuality is a spectrum. And tell me if you're buying what he's saying here.
We do feel that sexuality is a spectrum because, you know, I'll be honest, I find certain things about women attractive. Certain physical features, mental features, all that stuff is not just black and white.
Oh, really? What about a lady do you find attractive? I'm pretty sure you think it's all kind of gross.
I like
icky.
their boobies.
Yeah,
and
I know. I love when a gay guy tries to explain that girls are hot. It's always funny to
their
me.
tits. I like their titties.
I like them for their minds. Oh, this is a gay man. All right. Well, there's proof right there.
I like the way they think. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Now, Vinny, the reason why I'm playing you this episode is because they have a very big announcement on this particular show.
Darren, tell everybody what our announcement is.
We will be revealing major plans for the future of Martinis and Murder on Sunday's full episode. That's all I can say today in another shot.
There you go.
But definitely tune into Sunday's episode. You're going to want to hear what we have to say.
Nope.
They made an announcement that there will be an announcement. Vinny? Why did they do that? What's the point of that? Guys, I just want to let you know that we're going to announce something soon.
To be fair, Tony Khan does that every week on AEW.
Oh, yeah?
There's going to be a major announcement from Tony Khan. I don't know. People just are dumb.
Yes, it's very dumb. So the announcement was, Vinny, I'm happy to say, this show is over.
Oh, good. One less piece of shit out there.
They ended the show, and it was very difficult for the fans.
After we announced last week that, we would be ending Martinis and Murder, we shared it in the Facebook group, and I was overwhelmed because, listen, I understand. I knew that this was going to be big news for so many, but, I was just overwhelmed by how many people were so emotional and, crying about it, and, we tried to... Yeah. Oh, I was just going to say, we tried to explain.
Great chemistry between these two. Been doing a show for 4 years together.
Yeah, this is...
People were crying that they're ending their show. Where am I going to hear about true crime from drug people? How am I ever going to... Who's going to scratch this itch for me now? Where am I ever going to find such a thing?
I guess I'm just going to have to start listening to Margaritas and Mayhem. I don't know.
That's pretty funny. I should look that up. There's got to be one, right? A couple Mexican guys.
Right.
All right. So this is the last clip that I have. The final show that they ever record. And Darren is going to have a few drinks.
This is like a very, I don't even know, touching episode, I would say. I don't even know where to begin. I'm verklempt. I've taken 2 shots already. I am
oh my
fucked
God.
Fucked up beyond belief.
And I had an epiphany right there. When I heard this, Vinny, I went, why didn't Stuttering John start a true crime show? He still can. There's still time.
That is true.
Yeah. As rather than beers on the balcony or whatever, he could have
Cause and killers.
Yeah. Cause and child porn.
No, Carl.
Not
no.
that?
No.
That might be bad. All right, never mind.
Yeah, I don't
Don't do that one.
Yeah.
Don't do that one. But anyway.
Cause and child porn with John Melendez.
Yeah, you don't want to be looking for that on YouTube.
Welcome to what bugs me about pedos.
But you know what I mean, though? All these shows are celebrated for doing nothing but drinking and reading the internet. That's all John wants to do.
That's true.
So there's my free advice of the day to Stuttering John Melendez.
I find the conversation to be morbid. Now let me talk about how I'm better than Jackie.
Yeah, I know. He would immediately pivot. Be talking about some murder case from the 70s and immediately start talking about his time on Howard Stern and all the jokes he wrote.
Purple's got a good one. Cause at the crime scene.
All right, that's good. That actually is good.
That is pretty good.
I think
Purple.
people would watch that.
I would. Somebody start tweeting that at him.
All right.
Ask him if he needs a co-host.
Yeah, I know Potato is not busy.
That potato's real busy.
Unblock Cardiff.
Unblock him, god damn it.
All right, Vinny. You ready for some voicemails?
Am I?
The Creep Off voicemail segment is brought to you by the City of Syracuse. Syracuse University just hired their own indigenous healer. The healer will perform moon ceremonies. In case you were wondering where your $58,000 of tuition money goes every year, hint, it's not science. See you in Syracuse.
Do you need to get healed by the moon at Syracuse University?
Is that a true story?
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear about this? You guys see that?
They hired a moon healer.
Yeah, true story.
Okay.
True story.
First voicemail. Someone finally wants to audition to be the Creep Off Review Girl.
Oh, good.
Hey, this is an audition for the Creep Off Review Girl. And before you ask, I am a girl legally. If you don't hire me, I will sue you. So balls in your court, Paulino. I don't really need to interview because you're going to have to hire me legally. So thank you, fuck you, bye.
Well, I guess our hands are tied on this one. All right, well, welcome to the show.
Yeah, I guess. Here's a message from our friend Steve from Texas.
Howdy, creepos. This is Steve from Texas, God's favorite state and God's favorite country on God's favorite planet. And Vinny, I tell you what, if that beaver-toothed weasel wants to fly part of the way to Gary, Indiana, you could tell that snaggly-toothed, smile-talking alligator that he can fly to Miami, Florida, and then drive to Gary, Indiana. Also, you tell that cute little tater I says hi. Thank you. Bless your hearts.
I like Steve.
Yeah. Hey, Steve.
Fuck you!
Jesus Christ.
You smile talking alligator?
Jesus Christ. Hey, guess what? We got a voicemail from the host of Dark Poutine. Remember that?
Unfortunately.
Remember that show that we were talking about?
Yeah.
The host heard it and gave us a call.
I'm calling to tell you boys how to appreciate.
Hey, this is for the creep off. I just got done watching the Wednesday stream. I don't know if you guys know how good those zingers were about Mr. Flowers. At the end, you said, yeah, you were Nebsy classified, right? You guys should look up who Coconut Head is. The guy looks just fucking like him. All right. Fuck you, thank you, bye.
Wrong voicemail.
I was going to say.
I did not set that up correctly.
But can I go back and say?
Yes.
I have an update. If you follow us and you get our bonus episodes on either Patreon, Supercast, or Backed.by, you saw last week's episode where we watched Pedophile Hunter Theater. And there was a gentleman who really enjoyed Little Boy's brand of smells.
Yes.
Especially when they were blasted in his face. And he liked him so much he was getting little kids to FaceTime him and fart for him. If you listen to it, he says, I want you to fart and yell for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, farting and yelling.
And he would jerk off to this.
Yeah, and they caught him, and he's a little weirdo. But apparently he has like a bunch of YouTube content.
Yeah.
Alex, God bless him, found this guy's page for me and found me
Nice.
some info. So I'm going down the rabbit hole right now. There will be more of that weirdo coming up on this Wednesday's bonus episode.
Excellent.
So you might want to make sure you're a subscriber because you will enjoy this update. It is really something else.
Yeah, that was a fun little mini bonus we did with Tony from Hack the Movies.
Yeah, Tony was such a fun guest to have. He laughed a lot.
So anyone who shows up on our Patreon, Backed By, or Supercast, you get access to the entire catalog of bonus shows that we put out, as well as our weekly Wednesday morning shows.
And including the roast of Carl and Vinny is in there for
That's
you.
correct.
Yeah, you can listen to that whole thing. I don't think you'll ever get to see it.
I think he will. I think it's going to happen. Here's the host of Dark Poutine calling in.
Hi, Carl and Vinny. How are you? This is Matt from Dark Poutine. I was listening to your critique of my show, and I have to tell you the reason why I called is I wanted to tell you how we got the name. Me and my husband would go down to the bus station and pick up some African gentlemen, and we'd order up a bunch of sides, and then we'd spray gravy all over each other. It's always a fun time. Well, that's how we got the name, Dark Poutine. Vinny, if you'd like to cross the Friendship Bridge, we'd be more than happy to order pizza for you. We could spray gravy all over you, too. Thank you.
What do you think, Vinny?
They don't have enough gravy.
You want to take him up on this?
Nope, I'm good.
He might have enough gravy.
I'm good. I have a new consequence for the wheel suggestion.
Okay.
And it was inspired by WATP, Carl, so you know it's going to be particularly heinous.
Okay.
All right, new consequence. Winner gets to pick some of them zoophile bumper stickers to put on the loser's car. Winner also gets the loser's wife's car keys. So the loser can't go around in his wife's car and has to drive around in his own car with zoophile bumper stickers on it for a month. Vinny Winnie. Thank you, fuck you, bye.
I think that's fucking funny.
Dude, if you'd have put the Make Animals Come sticker on your car, that'd be fantastic.
I feel like that should happen. I feel like that should go on the wheel.
How quickly are we going to get pulled over? I guarantee within the first day of us putting those on our car.
Sir, you're trying to make animals come in here? No.
All right. Here's a voicemail I have from a man who's got a sweet gig. He wants to brag about it.
Hey, dude. I just have a message for the creep off. I mean, it's not so much that I'm creeping or anyone else is creeping, but I just applied to be a manager at Wendy's. I have no manager experience. I've trained people, but I haven't had to lie yet for the job application. And they're just like, yes, this is good. This is good. Oh, yes, come here, work with us. we'll give you $900 a week. Oh, it's so great. I'm like, what the fuck? I haven't even had to lie yet. They already set up an interview with me. They did the same thing with Taco Bell. And
all right, this goes on and on. Basically, his point is...
I just have to laugh at the logic. Man, these people must suck. I haven't even had to lie to get this job.
Basically, his point is he's just going to start applying for every job there is, including airline pilot and truck driver. He's like, if they're not going to ask, then I'll just fucking do it. So that's a good life lesson right there.
It is a wonderful life lesson.
We got some super chats coming through?
No, I just felt like ringing the bell.
We do, actually. Gut for $2. Invite Alex on. Oh, I would definitely have Alex on.
Oh, shit.
We should.
Alex, you're invited on anytime.
If you want to come on, Alex, you can come on. And then Christina Marie with $2. Bright pink gel polish pedicure.
Oh, God. I can imagine what your talons would look like.
Oh, is that a consequence?
I think so. Probably the most pleasant of the consequences because you could put socks on.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. All righty. Carl, I think I have one more voicemail for you from a first-time caller.
Okay.
Hey, Carl. Hey, Vinny. First-time caller. Just calling to let you know that I'm joining the podcast. I don't have a Patreon subscriber yet, but I'm pretty convinced now after hearing this episode 134 that these guys are making money and you're not. So I think I'll subscribe later. I've never been a fan of Carl until now. His voice is kind of cringe, I'll be honest, but found you guys in a big show. But I'm enjoying it so far while working. Sorry for the noises in the background. I'm working in a boiler room right now, but that's about all I got. You're welcome. Love you. Hello.
Hello. We love you back. Thank you for finding the show.
Can I just point something out? A new rule for the callers.
Yeah.
If you don't like me, it can go unsaid. You can just go ahead and keep that to yourself. That's fine.
To be fair, even the ones who say they like you, I assume don't.
Yeah, I know, exactly. So just leave that out of the conversation. Thank
Someone
you.
sent in the cutest little jingle.
Oh, great.
I want to lick old Jandal Jingles his feet. Tickle, 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 that they taste so sweet.
You want to hear that one more time?
I want to lick old Jandal Jingles his feet. Tickle, 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 that they taste so sweet.
That sounds like Manny. Is that Manny Conan?
I have no idea.
Oh, boy.
But those are voicemails. Remember, folks, the voicemail number is 585-371-8108.
This is a show for creeps. We are proving that.
Certainly. 1 week at a time. Carl, guess what time it is?
I believe it's parade time.
Let's take a scum parade.
I love a parade.
Scum parade, take me on a raid of these fuck charades that these creeps have made. Scum parade, Vinny and Carl gonna tell you about some fuck shit. Scum parade, like stories of a kid fucked by his mom or dad, soaking up the blood of a cat. Scum parade.
Well, Carl, our first two stories tonight are going to come from the great state of Florida. Let's keep the jingles rolling.
Florida, you got to get your shit together. Fix your shit. Why so many creepy bugs? What the hell is going on there? Maybe it's the swamp gas. Hope they green don't be at it yet. Come on, Florida.
You know, I really love the way they started this. This article's from thesmokinggun.com. And whoever wrote this, priceless. And a harebrained scheme destined to fail.
I love it.
A Florida woman thought she could game a court-ordered urinalysis test. Now, as a result of guilty pleas last month to a pair of felony drug charges, Shannon Hunter, who's 44 years old, was required to provide probation officials in Clearwater, Florida, with a urine sample. Now, she, like I said, she pled guilty. And she knew that her urine was going to prove to be dirty if she had just taken this test.
Could you imagine not being
way.
allowed to do drugs? That's a pretty harsh penalty, isn't it? I don't even know if that's constitutional.
You did
You know what I mean? And that's fucking cruel and unusual, man.
Yeah.
Everyone else is doing drugs. I can't do drugs. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm on her
Carl's
side.
libertarian bullshit just shining right through again, folks.
Poor Shannon Hunter. Anyway. All right,
Now-
so she wants to do drugs. She's not supposed to, so she's going to find a way to get out of it, right?
So here's what she did. She took a prescription pill bottle.
Okay, yeah.
And she stuffed it inside of her vagina.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh,
And what was in that? Like someone else's urine or something? That
No,
would,
see,
that
no,
would
Carl.
test pure?
You would think that you would either get like the fake piss, or you would drink the stuff to make your pee clean or mask it, the masking shit.
Mm-hmm.
No. She came up with a much better idea, way cheaper. Soda and water.
Well, that's retarded.
No, mixed together. So.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
Is that what she thinks urine is?
Carl, if all she drinks is Mountain Dew
Yeah.
and water, what else would urine be?
Right. So I guess the soda is just for color then, right?
Apparently
Is
so.
that what the
I'm
reason
guessing
is?
she went Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Either way,
We found a lot of high fructose corn syrup in your urine. We're concerned about that. Vinny, did I ever tell you about the time that I had to take a drug test for a job?
Lay it on me.
So
how hard did you fail?
All right, so here's the deal. You should always cheat when you're taking a drug test. That's what I would say.
Yep.
I got a job at the local newspaper here.
Even if you don't do drugs, cheat just for the fun of it.
Yeah, right. Just because it's hilarious. Over 20 years ago, I got a job at the local newspaper here, and I had to pass a drug test to work for the
To
great-
deliver newspapers, they made you take a drug test?
No, for the great corporation of Gannett. I had to take a drug test in order to get hired.
Well,
By the
that's-
way, you can't work at this place if you're not on drugs. But whatever. For some reason, they make you do that. So I took what you were talking about. You can buy this stuff that you drink before the drug test.
I think it's called Yellow Terminator or something like
Yeah,
that.
there's a few different brands.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because so you chug down this really gross shit like the morning of, and then you drink more of it like right before. I forget exactly how you have to do it, but it's not pleasant. It's kind of nasty. But then, dude, your fucking pee glows in the dark. I'm not even joking with you. Like, it's so obvious that I'm cheating. There's no one's urine looks like this.
It's like creep off green.
Yes, no
Oh,
one's
no.
urine looks like this. That's how I started the isotopes. After I was like, oh, this gives me an idea.
I'm a scientist now.
So it's obvious that I'm cheating, and I passed, and I got the job, and I got to work in a miserable shithole for 5 years. But that's what I'm saying, though, Vinny. Is what's the point of this?
I beat one once.
Did you?
Oh, but I really fucked up.
Okay.
I go in and I went in the first time doing the masking stuff.
Okay. You
And
did
it was,
the same thing I'm
It
talking
was like
about?
$60. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
you
not
buy
cheap.
you buy the kit, you do the thing, and I come back and they say, "Hey, your pee test came back diluted. So now you have to go take another one."
Oh shit.
And I'm like, fuck. So they told me what you got to do is get the synthetic pee, which is in like this little spray container thing, right?
Synthetic pee.
Yeah. And what you do is you put it in your pocket or your sock or whatever, and you put
Or
two.
you cram it up your ass. I mean, listen, there's a lot of ways to have fun with this.
It went in the sock, Carl.
I'm just saying.
So
Get
you take
creative.
two, heat package it like those hand warmers that you would get for a cold day, and you put two of those on there. You get it up to the temperature, and then you put those on there to keep it at the right temperature because it's got to be. They actually take the temperature of the piss after you pee to make sure that it was in your body.
Okay.
And
So this is what I'm not understanding here. Why do they go through all of these elaborate things if you can just drink this shit and pass? I guess you didn't. So maybe I got an easy one. I don't know.
Carl, let me tell you how dumb I am though.
Oh, okay.
Because the rule is don't flush the toilet.
Right.
So they have this rule: if you go in there and you pee, do not flush the toilet because they want to make sure that you actually peed. So I'm like, oh shit, I got to put this stuff in the cup and pee at the same time, and I'm trying to figure out how to do all that stuff.
And you had to scratch your asshole.
And I'm like,
I know, the whole
I'm
fucking
scratching.
thing.
I had to get the thing out. And I was digging.
Yeah, I knew it.
And then I'm like,
I knew it.
I'm so flummoxed by trying to do all of these things at once that I flushed the toilet.
Oh no! How did you get so distracted you flushed the toilet?
I just force a habit, dude. When you're done pissing, you flush the toilet. And I'm like getting the thing in the jar, and I give it to them. They go, "Oh, you flushed the toilet. We can't take the sample." I'm like, "Well, I'm not going to pee again." And I go, "You have to." And I was like, "I'm not going to though." And then I left, and I still got the job.
Oh, really? They didn't make you come back again?
Yeah.
See, this is what I mean. Like, what the fuck's the point of all of this? It's just theater.
But man, I was so scared.
What job did you have to pee for, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm never going to tell you.
Okay.
It was a very professional job.
Oh.
Very professional.
Oh, why don't you want to reveal this, Vinny?
United States Congressman.
Oh, shit. I didn't vote for you, by the way.
Yeah, nobody would. All right, Carl. Let's go to our second creep, shall we?
Yeah.
A Jupiter, Florida man was arrested for throwing a live alligator into a Wendy's restaurant drive-thru.
I love it.
In the most Florida story of all Florida
I have
stories.
to say, working at Wendy's is boring. Even this
They
guy
pay $900 a week.
He's going to be the
apparently.
manager. Is pretty excited about it. But, dude, someone throws an alligator through the drive-thru window. That's a fun day. That's a story. No one who works there is not telling that story for the rest of their lives.
Dude.
That's a blast.
Joshua James.
I bet even the alligator had fun with that. That was a fun day.
They
all
gave him
around.
a Frosty.
Everyone had a blast that day.
He was charged. Joshua James, he's 23 years old, was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, illegally killing, possessing, or capturing an alligator, and second-degree larceny, and petite theft. I don't know
It's
what he
illegal
stole.
to possess an alligator?
Well, you're not. Yeah, probably not supposed to have them.
Really?
I don't
Why?
know. They're not good pets.
Well,
Kind of
probably
dangerous.
not. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Pretty dangerous.
I just didn't realize that alligator ownership was a crime. I guess I should have known that.
I know that in New York you have to have a special license. There was a really cool store out in Henrietta that used to have like all sorts of lizards, and they had a fucking gator.
Really?
Yeah, it was not. It got too big. They eventually had to like send it
They
somewhere.
had to send it to Wendy's.
The guy was like,
"You're too
I
big
think
for this place now."
Yeah, be free.
It is their natural habitat.
Yeah, he pulled up for his order, and after a server handed a drink and turned around, James tossed the 3.5-foot alligator into the drive-through window. Gotcha, bitch. Just fucking tossed the guy.
Vinny, how long have I been saying we have a real alligator problem in this country, and Washington won't do shit about it? These empty suits with all their campaign promises to end alligator violence, there's no legislation being passed.
Agreed. It's really sad, Carl.
Gator lobby is too strong in this country. I've been saying this for a while now.
My campaign slogan was "Shoot 'em." Lake County, Illinois, Carl. A 34-year-old woman was hospitalized this week after a man allegedly stole her car with her young child still in the back seat.
Okay.
Now, on Thursday, February 23rd, deputies responded to a home about a vehicle hijacking. The sheriff's office said the 34-year-old woman pulled up her Volkswagen Atlas into her driveway and brought one of her children inside the home. She walked back outside to get her 2-year-old son when a white BMW pulled into her driveway. A man allegedly got out of the passenger side of the BMW and struggled to get into the victim's Volkswagen as she tried to keep her 2-year-old son safe. The man allegedly battered the woman, knocked her to the ground. The man took her Volkswagen and fled. The BMW also left the scene. One of the drivers ran over the victim as they left, causing serious injuries to her extremities.
Dude, you should never get run over after getting carjacked. Get out of the way.
Yeah.
It's not hard to get out of the way of a car. You know where it's going.
It is when you're on your back.
I don't know.
The woman called 911 and reported that her son was inside the car, and the deputies began searching the area for the boy. Now, here's the fun part. Deputies reportedly contacted Volkswagen CarNet to locate the missing car, but they encountered a delay because CarNet would not track the vehicle with the abducted child until they received payment to reactivate the tracking device in the stolen Volkswagen.
See, I don't understand. Why can't they just track the 2-year-old's iPhone? Just see where he is using that.
It's encrypted. No. According to the sheriff's office, sued after someone working in the business on the 2020 block of Lakeside Drive in Waukegan called to report 2 cars drove into the parking lot. One of the drivers abandoned a small child and drove off. It was identified as this woman's son, and they eventually found the Volkswagen in the parking lot, and it's being processed for trace evidence. The victim was battered it's in the hospital. I don't understand what the point of this crime was.
Well, right. I think what happened was the guy wants to steal this car, and then he gets in and starts driving, realizes there's a 2-year-old in the back, and all he hears is... And you can put up with that for a mile or two, but then at a certain point, you're done with that.
This is the best Ice Cube movie that could ever be made.
Dude, there's a sentence in this article that says, she brought the child inside to safety before he could run into the street. That's a weird thing to assume a child would do, right? Is that what children can't wait to do? Go run into the streets?
That's what kids do these days. They
love
just
it.
go running into
They
the
can't
street
get enough of it.
like maniacs. All right. Carl, last story of the day. Did you watch the video for this?
Oh, I sure did, Vinny.
Should I show the video for this?
I don't know. I don't know if you can or not.
Well, it was on It was on YouTube. Well, it was on the New York Post website.
Well, that's not YouTube.
Yeah, that's true. I would love to show you this video because it is fucked. But basically, here's what happened. This was in Brazil in a pool hall in Mato Grosso. Now, 2 men were playing pool with a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
They lost the game. They were very upset.
That's annoying.
But they wanted to win their money back, so they left and went and got more money and came back.
Okay.
And then they lost again.
Damn it.
And then the people at the pool hall started laughing at them because they kept losing.
I would
and
too.
they're
It's
such
pretty
dorks.
funny.
But here's the lesson, folks. Don't be a Carl.
Oh.
Don't laugh
Uh-oh.
at these men. Here, Carl, I'll play this for you to watch, and you can give the play-by-play.
All right. There's a man who's got a gun. He's getting everybody up against the wall, and now another man comes in with a shotgun. One down. People are 6. Oh, right in the back. Is running away.
And now they're going from pool table to pool table to steal the stacks of quarters that were left.
Yeah.
Because apparently these are 2 broke assholes.
So I have to say, there's gun violence in Brazil and gator violence in the U.S. This world is topsy-turvy. I don't even know what to believe anymore. But, Vinny, I don't own a shotgun.
Yeah.
But if I did, I think producer Chris would no longer be with us because he kicked the shit out of me playing pool last weekend. It's frustrating. When you lose a couple games of pool in a row, you can get a little frustrated with that. I get it. I've been there.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I didn't play the video on purpose, so stop being confused. I didn't play because I didn't want to get thrown off the live feed. It is great audio, guys.
You made that very clear, didn't you? And you even told me to do the play-by-play.
Yeah, and they're still commenting on it, but
Don't
I thought I'd catch you all up.
Don't ever read the comments.
Good point. Good point.
Unless they give us money.
I'm such a noob. Carl, the 2 men were identified as Edgar Ricardo de Olivier, 30 years old, and Exuca Souza Ribeiro, 27. And they are being sought after in Brazil for literally murdering 7 people at a pool hall.
Yeah, one of the comments in here is that the ammo was probably more expensive than the quarters that they were able to grab off the tables. At that point, I don't think it was about the money.
Yeah.
You don't have to kill 7 people to grab quarters.
This was a
just
crime
point
of
gun.
passion.
Yeah, you just point a gun at people, and they'll let you take quarters.
Lost at pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's passion.
Dude, one of the kids was 12 years old that they gunned down.
Yeah, well, smart Alec.
Yeah, he was laughing a little bit, or she was.
Laughing a little bit too loud, kid.
Yep.
All right, folks, that is this week's edition of The Creep Off. Hope you had fun. We're going to be back with a midweek episode for all of you bonus content subscribers on Patreon, backed.by and Supercast. Carl, we got a big live show coming up in Philadelphia.
We do, yes. And you can get tickets for it at live.dick.show. And there's still seats left, but they are going quickly.
Yeah, there's not a lot of seats left.
Not a lot of seats left for that one. It's a really cool theater. Holds about 300 people. We're going to be down in Philly probably the whole weekend hanging out. It's going to be a blast, so come join us.
Yes, please do. And
did I say the date? April 22nd.
Yeah, I was going to say April 22nd. Get your tickets now. We will be back again. Like I said, another show next Monday. As always, we'll be right here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and leave a review. We always like to hear those. One of these days, we'll get a review girl.
And thanks to the people who watch live and comment, and especially the super chatters. It is much appreciated. Thank you, guys.
Gut, I'm going to answer your question. He asked, did anyone fight back, or did they all just stand there? They all just stood there because the other guy had a gun already and made them all line up.
Yeah, I can't say I would have done anything differently than these people did. You don't expect to be gunned down for laughing at someone after they lost at pool. It's just not something you expect to happen.
Yeah, well, maybe there's the lesson for you, Mr.
Yeah,
Hamburger.
I guess so. Maybe I should stop laughing at jerks so much, huh?
We'll keep doing that. Remember, folks, it's nice to be important.
It's more important to be nice.
Gagia.
No one told me there was going to be boasting.
Wildcard, bitches! Yeah!
What the hell is this
supposed to be?
It's the creep off.
Oh no!
You, my friend, have committed
Let's all learn a lesson from this podcast. Don't do what we do, which is a podcast.
May your enemies be cursed in your podcast adventures.
Ciao, Bella.